our childhood or at early ages, we probably think of something that's passionate. We probably think of a profession that we can pursue or some aspiration that we have. You as a child, did you ever had a conventional way of thinking in a profession, or were you creative indeed from that time itself?
The thing what you are asking as a conventional method, I think it is a mob mentality what you are asking. The herd mentality what you are asking. When you are in a herd mentality or a mob mentality, you cannot be creative. Like many of you, if I'll ask question that why you are doing MBA, why are you doing engineering, why are you doing medicine, 50%, 60% of the answers I think will come that my friend told me. My friend was going in that class, so I said I will also go. My father told me, because my father is an engineer. He wanted me to become an engineer. Or my mother told me to become an IAS officer. So these are all mob and herd mentality. In herd mentality, you cannot be creative. I said to you earlier, it is an individual's perception. Herd mentality is like living a dragging life. Herd mentality doesn't know how to dance, how to sing. देखिए इस बात से समझिए एक उदाहरण से एक कॉल सेंटर मान लीजिए कोई चलाता है सो नॉर्मल क्वेश्चन मैनेजर इज आस्क्ड दैट हाउ मेनी कॉल्स विल कम इन अ डे एंड हाउ मेनी कॉल्स कैन बी आंसर्ड बाय एन इंडिविजुअल ऑन एन एवरेज some people can take 50 calls, some people can take only 20 calls. So my average is 30. So I'll need 30 number of calls to be received divided by 30. I will need average that kind of people. The moment you take average, that means you are going to recruit average people. You are going to recruit again based on herd mentality, based on mob mentality, and you will never be successful, you will never be happy. The creativity has to be an individual's act, and no organization, no people, if they start talking a collective wisdom and law of average game, then they will not be successful corporates. And many times people in the corporate world or in the government, they say collective decision. The collective minds are the best minds. And that decision is, they feel that collective mind is a power. It's a force in the world. Lot of time the collective power is rewarded. They give recognition to such thing. But to my mind, this is not a appealing thought. The collective mind is the lowest mind in the world. I would say the smallest of the smallest innovation can also be a good creativity area. Lot of creators, those who have been celebrated later on, but initially when they were doing some act of creativity, they had to renounce their respect. Everybody would laugh at them in the beginning, because what they are talking, nothing. But when it comes, then automatically they gain respect and everything. इसके बाद हम ये कहेंगे कि the current scenario of this contemporary world, we will have to create new grounds. A new soil have to be prepared for the humanity. अब तक जो होते आए हैं हम लोग, अभी तक we were all one-dimensional people. जो हम काम कर रहे हैं, somebody is good at, let us say, mathematics. Somebody else is very good at managing the human beings. So everyone was single dimensional. I am a marketing person. I am a finance person. I am such and such. So single dimensional people used to be there. Whereas I think we will have to create a canvas of being a three-dimensional human beings. That how do you create three-dimensional human beings? They will have all three C's in them. With three C's, I will say one is consciousness. Consciousness is you are aware of yourself, what is happening to you. The second is develop compassion. Compassion in yourself. And then with these two things, creativity will automatically follow you. Let me now explain to you how is consciousness. We have ourselves as a human being, we have 5 touch points in our body. Skin, nose, mouth, eyes, ears. You take input from these places. If you hear something in your ears, it goes inside your one part of the brain. That part of the brain recognizes something has happened, something has been received. Then it passes it on to a second part in the brain. That part of the brain recognizes that, analyzes that, what is it? And then that recognition results into that part of brain which is consciousness actually, sends some kind of signals outside. And that signal gets converted into a sensation in your body. And if that sensation is good, smooth, soothing sensation, you say, oh, I'm happy now. You are not happy. You are experiencing these soothing sensations inside your body. आप कॉलेज जाते हैं सवेरे, सुबह से प्रोफेसर जाके वहां पे चिल्लाती है आपके ऊपर. कोई रास्ते में आपको 3 व्हीलर वाला मिला, उससे झगड़ा हो गया, उसके पास खुला पैसा नहीं था. You were late in reaching this college. And आपको डांट पड़ती रहती है. आपको दोस्त यार भी कहते क्या यार, you are not looking good today. Huh? You keep taking those intakes in self and you keep storing them inside yourself. When you like something, you start, what happens to you? You start craving for more. When you don't like something, you start hating, you don't want it. You create aversion towards it. So both aversion and your desire to have it more, they both keeps accumulating inside your body in the form of knots and knots. And that results into things that slowly and gradually we all human beings become kind of insensitive to ourselves. And we lose all our consciousness. What's happening to me at this moment? We do not know. Maybe somebody's mind is going somewhere else. Why I came to this DSC show today? I was supposed to go somewhere else, better things to do. You are neither here nor you have gone there. So we lose consciousness. Let me ask you a question. What happens to you when you are angry? Have anybody got anger sometime?
So we can't think properly. Whatever decisions we take are mostly wrong.
Yeah.
And then later we regret that we shouldn't have done something, or we shouldn't have said something to somebody.
Correct. So it means you lose your consciousness.
Yes, sir.
At that time. Any other person? Any question?
So when we are angry, you act impulsively, and rather than thinking about a situation in a rational manner, you do something that you regret later. And apart from that, sir, I also think that once you are angry, you shut down yourself to the world. You just do what you feel is right, and that is when you lose out on key opportunities and key moments, and that you regret throughout the entire moment, and you see it not as a good memory.
That's right. That's a good answer. You become self-conscious, or you become your ego comes in the way. That's what you're saying. But generally what happens when you are angry, at least that's what happens with me, काफी जब गुस्सा आता है तो या सर भन्ना जाता है एकदम से, जैसे कि पता नहीं एकदम गरम तेल में ठंडे पानी का छींटा डाल दिया. ऐसा होता है कि नहीं? Your mind becomes like that, and then you lose all your consciousness. You आप कुछ का कुछ भी बोल देते हो, चाहे वो सामने फिर नहीं दिखता आपको कि मेरे ग्रैंडफादर है, ग्रैंडमदर है, कौन है, टीचर है, कोई भी है, कुछ भी आप बोल देते हो। और बाद में फिर जब वो, जैसे आपने कहा कि बाद में आपको रियलाइज होता है कि ये मैंने क्या किया, और बहुत से लोग क्या किया रियलाइजेशन होने के बाद भी अपने आप को जस्टिफाई करने लगते हैं। वी फाइंड यस, जो मैंने किया ठीक किया, वो उसके कारण ढूंढ के अपने आप को कन्विंस कर लेते हैं कि यस मैंने ठीक किया। यू लूज योर कॉन्शियसनेस इवन फर्दर बिकॉज यू हैव कन्विंस योर सेल्फ कि यू हैव डन राइट, वेर एज यू नो योर सेल्फ दैट नहीं मैंने ठीक नहीं किया। सो यू आर मूविंग अवे फ्रॉम बीइंग क्रिएटिव all the time.
Would you say that research can be called the death of creativity?
The percentage of wrong research is quite a lot. So your gut has to apply. Your gut has to certainly come.